this in a box in their basement when Jack asked. This has haunted my dreams for 30 years. There were years when I couldn't meet anyone in the publishing industry without being afraid they had read this. So, how hard this is. It was the summer of 1981. I had just turned 24. I had written a couple of books and collected some rejections on them. I'd also made friends with another would-be writer named Will Jacobs, who had also written some books and collected some rejections. And then we had the idea of writing a couple of books together, which no one wanted to publish either. We didn't know much about the publishing world. We didn't know much about the writer's life. We didn't really know much about anything. We didn't know much of anything except the fact that we were hot shit. We knew this. And we were sure that all we had to do was make the New York publishing industry notice us, and the doors would all open. So we came up with the idea of doing a single query letter for everything we had written. And we tried that out. We went to the library and went to the literary marketplace and copied the addresses of 100 agents. We got kind of carried away and it went to 110. And then we made 110 copies of this letter at Kinko's. And to these 110 literary agents, we mailed this. August 5th, 1981. To whom it may concern. They threw me off the hay truck about noon. Now that we have your attention, we'd like to let you know that we've written a few books that we're interested in marketing. Does anyone out there even get that reference, the hay truck reference? Yes, okay, good. Like 3 people probably do. I think in 30 years ago, 3 people probably got it too. Okay, books we're interested in marketing. Our completed efforts include Empty Warriors. 2 young men from California get caught up in a web of sex and violence in a small southern town. This is 2 guys from the California suburbs writing this book. The book's viewpoint shifts from character to character in the manner of Faulkner's As I Lay Dying. We have endeavored to make it entertaining as well as literary, neither too sensational nor too oblique. A minor role. A man with outmoded ideals living in present-day San Francisco has an ill-fated love affair with a woman who embodies the most extravagant traits of our narcissistic times. The book chronicles his efforts to reconcile his ideals with the object of his love. The style is fast and lean. It is psychologically penetrating through what it shows rather than tells. Fast-paced story of Odin's rise from poor boy to warrior to wizard to god in the time of sorcery. Christmas Present, a children's book. The odyssey of 2 children to rescue Santa Claus from the North Pole, where he has been imprisoned by an evil magician. The works of Max Kleinman. Poems and essays by a fictional, sleazy, literary genius mocking every shop-worn cliché of modern letters, ranging through war, prison, love, the clergy, and academe. The Summer of the Beaver. The Lost Season. A satire based on the premise that the world's great writers, artists, and statesmen conspired to save Leave It to Beaver from cancellation in 1963. The book includes 25 short Beaver scripts supposedly written by major literary figures. Years, A History of the Conspiracy, an essay tracing America's decline to the sitcom's cancellation, and a scenario for the epic movie Beaver Now. We use this premise to parody nearly everything. Then we listed some works in progress, which I am not even going to name. They weren't even in progress. There were things we thought we could crank out really fast if someone showed interest. We hope this doesn't sound too much like our summer catalog. But we have been working together for some years, honing both our individual and collaborative skills, and have accumulated a rather large body of work. We don't claim to be proficient in every field of literature. But between the two of us, we are very widely read. Being writers, we feel compelled to write everything we enjoy reading. We feel competent in straight fiction, humor, science fiction, mysteries, children's fiction, and nonfiction concerning popular culture. Biographies. Will Jacobs is an immigrant from Buenos Aires, Argentina, self-educated, and a baseball fan. He is an aficionado of hard-boiled literature, glamorous women, and comic books. He was once married to a Japanese woman, Gerard Jones. Is from the Montana Rockies, mostly self-educated, and a backpacker. He loves Japanese culture, American regionalism, and the things of childhood. He has never been married, but he knows a lot of Japanese women. Neither has yet to hit 30. An interest in present or future projects will be appreciated. Yours, Will Jacobs and Gerard Jones. There is a punchline. Of the 110 agents we sent this to, we heard back from 2. One of them took the time to shred every single one of our ideas individually. Lines like, I can think of nothing less commercial than using As I Lay Dying as the basis of But the other one, Martha Millard, wanted to see The Summer of the Beaver. Exactly! Yeah, we do! We sent it to her, and 6 months later, she sold it to Crown Publishers. They changed the title, but The Beaver Papers by Will Jacobs and Gerard Jones was actually kind of a halfway success in 1983. And whatever career I may have now basically rests on this thing. Which makes this letter is the most unregrettable thing I've ever written.